Coming up, GUTA urges members to close shop from tomorrow. Unauthorized buildings at Sukumo Ramsar site to begin going down tomorrow in a demolition exercise by the Greater Accra Regional Security Council. It is up to Parliament to look at the existing law on death penalty and make a determination of its removal or retention, a Supreme Court nominee has reiterated. President Akufo-Addo cut short for construction works to begin on 4-tier Suame interchange project in Kumasi. It is the second 4-tier similar to the Pokuase one. Former MASLOC boss Sedina Tamakloe to be tried in absentia if she fails to show up in court by December 22nd, and drama in court in the Mankessim murder case. Welcome to Graphic Online's News in Brief. We start from Accra, where the Ghana Union of Traders Association has urged its members in Accra to close down their shops from Wednesday till Monday. The move is to protest against rising inflation, depreciation of the Ghana cedi and high lending rate due to an increase in policy rate by the Bank of Ghana. The president of GUTA, Joseph Obin, made a declaration today at the forecourt of the Ghana International Conference Center in Accra after a meeting with the Council of State. We move to the Sukumo Ramsar site in Tema, where hundreds of properties that have been developed within the wetland of international significance will go down from tomorrow Wednesday in a demolition exercise meant to free the site of encroachments. The demolition exercise is to be carried out by the National Security in collaboration with the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and the Greater Accra Regional Security Council. This is in accordance with Section 97 of the Local Governance Act of 2016, Act 936.
Section 97 of Act 936 empowers the local assembly to ensure enforcement against unauthorized development of community rights of space. Henry Korte, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, at a Regional Security Council meeting today said the demolition exercise was part of ongoing exercise to reclaim encroached state land and also protect Ramsar sites from destruction. Mr. Korte said the illegal occupant of the Ramsar site had been given more than 70 days notice, but they remained recalcitrant, so the only way out was to pull down the structures. Anytime we speak, they go ahead and build with impunity, and that cannot continue. We are going all out to ensure that buildings that are sited in the core parts of the Ramsar site are removed, he stressed. He stated this at a Crunch stakeholders meeting ahead of the demolition exercise.
We were going there to ensure that buildings that are sited in the core area of Ramsar, in the water, the law mandates the assemblies at 936-97 to remove such buildings, and so that we shall do.
Do we have any idea of the number of structures?
Well, a reconnaissance exercise has been done already by the security intelligence agencies, led by the agencies on the lands. So we have a fair idea of what we should be doing.
The people there should be giving ample time to work it.
They have had more than 2 months not time. We've been talking about Ramsar in the last 2 months. We believe that they've had over 70 days notice, which is enough for them. But rather, what they continue to do, anytime we speak, they'll go ahead and build with impunity.
We move to Parliament, where the vetting of 4 new Supreme Court nominees started today. The question of whether or not the death penalty should continue to remain in Ghana has been coming up anytime the Appointments Committee of Parliament vets a judge in recent times. Today, one of the nominees, Justice Barbara Frances Akayensu, was asked a similar question, and she provided same answer as what Justice Everett Lovelace Johnson said in 2019 when she appeared before the Appointment Committee before her appointment as a Justice of the Supreme Court. And that is, it is up to Parliament to look at the existing law on death penalty and make a determination of its removal or retention.
Justice Akayensu said the number of people on the death row were still languishing in the prisons as their death warrants have not been signed. For a very long time, there have been no executions, and so there may be the need to review the situation, she said. As a Christian, she admitted she did not believe in life for life, but believed that the law of the land were paramount. Justice Akayensu is the first of 4 judges the President has appointed to the Supreme Court. The rest are Justice George Kingsley Kumsin, Justice of the Court of Appeal, Justice Samuel Kwame Edubua-Asiedu, Justice of the Court of Appeal, and Justice Ernest Yao Geu, Justice of the High Court. She stated that she does not believe judgments of judges necessarily go in favor of the appointing authority and added that the judiciary was not corrupt as had been made to appear.
From Parliament, we move to Kumasi, where President Akufo-Addo is continuing his regional tour. Today, he cut the sword for the construction of a 4-tier interchange at Suame roundabout. That intersection connects Kumasi to the northern parts of the country.
You've been hearing some of the indigents who have come here to observe the official sword cutting. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has just performed the sword cutting to commence the construction of the Suame interchange. As you are seeing in your pictures, President Akufo-Addo has used the shovel symbolically to pick the sand and has thrown it to show that the construction of the Suame interchange will commence anytime soon.
The construction of the Suame interchange will commence this year. As you already know, when Akufo-Addo promises, he delivers. And I'm glad to join you today to cut the sword for work to begin on the Suame interchange and complementary roads project. The Suame interchange will be the first 4-tier interchange in the Ashanti region and the second in Ghana after the Pokuase interchange, which I commissioned on 9th July 2021. Once completed, it will address the perennial congestion experienced around the Suame roundabout and improve urban mobility within the greater Kumasi metropolitan area.
And before the Suame interchange project sword cutting, President Akufo-Addo inspected ongoing works on the maternity and children's block of the Komfanoche Teaching Hospital.
The construction works are progressing and on schedule. The project was awarded on contract in May 2020. After the initial abandon for more than 40 years, the building was completely demolished, following structural defects on the old building for new modeling and design. The project consultant, Nana Ebu Bonsra, told President Akufo-Addo that works were progressing steadily and so far most of the physical structure had been completed. He said the new design had 8 floors, 22 consulting rooms, 3 group consulting rooms and 2 consulting rooms for emergency cases. When completed, the new maternity and children block would have 3 auditoriums, 5 seminar rooms and a bed capacity of 506. He pegged the progress of work done so far at 60%. President Akufo-Addo also visited the Phase 2 of the Kumasi Central Market redevelopment project.
The strike declared by worker unions of public universities has entered the second day. Apart from those from the University of Cape Coast who have asked for permission to abstain because they were running a delayed calendar, almost all other members are complying.
When we come to GUTA, anytime we are about to embark on a strike action, we go to the members and take the mandate from them. And always the mandates are collated from all the 15 member campuses, and it's a majority decision. So if you check the dates on that one, the letter came to us a week earlier before the strike action was declared. So there they expressed their sentiments to us, which we listened to and took into consideration. However, majority decision, we decided to go ahead with the strike. But since they have to write their exam, do allow them to write the exam but they are with us fully. If you read the letter in full, you'll notice that UCC UTAC is fully behind the strike action, and they do side with every decision that we have made so far.
And in politics, political scientist Dr. Amwakumba has a reaction to President Akufo-Addo's response to the threat to vote against the MPP in the 2024 elections. To Dr. Amwakumba, President Akufo-Addo's response could endanger the chances of the MPP in the 2024 elections.
Some people in Kwabri East of the Ashanti region have threatened to vote against the NPP because their roads have not been fixed. President Akufo-Addo, while responding to the concerns, said he is not threatened by their calls to vote against the party. Reacting in an interview on Accra-based Joy News, Dr. Amwakumba said he disagrees with the president's response.
The point is This is not the first time the president has spoken this way. And it's precisely because he's not running for re-election. What is wrong with saying, okay, I know you are angry, we are late in doing the thing for you, but please, bear with me, we'll do it. We'll come back, I will come back here and cut the sword, and I'll shake you, the chief, I'll shake you. Then we'll clap for you. What is wrong with that? What he's doing is endangering the fortunes of MPP in 2024.
In court today, the Accra High Court gave a former boss of the Microfinance and Small Loan Center, Sedina Tamakloe, up to December 22nd to show up for her trial or risk being tried in absentia.
The presiding judge, Justice Ifeasewa Saribotri, also gave the two sureties who secured Mrs. Ationu a 5 million Ghana cedis bill up to December 22nd to produce her to stand trial, or else the court will slap them with a forfeiture of recognizance. Forfeiture of recognizance means the two sureties, Alex Mould, a former chief executive officer of the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, and Sedina Tamakloe, would be made to pay the 5 million Ghana cedis bill sum. Per Section 104 of the Criminal Offences Act, if the two sureties are unable to produce Ationu to stand trial and also fail to pay the 5 million Ghana cedis bill sum, the court can order the sale of their properties to recover the 5 million Ghana cedis. Justice Asari-Botche gave the ruling on an application for forfeiture of recognizance filed by the prosecution due to the failure of Ationu to appear to stand trial since October last year. Mrs. Ationu, who is on trial for allegedly causing financial loss of 90 million Ghana cedis to the state during her tenure as the chief executive officer of MASLOC between 2013 and January 2017, has failed to show up for the trial after being granted permission by the court to travel to the USA for medical treatment. She was expected to return to Ghana for the continuation of a trial on October 6 last year, but is yet to show up.
And before we go, and still in court, but this time in Cape Coast, there was drama at the court premises when the Mankessim murder case involving a chief and a self-styled pastor came up today. Some family members of the victim and the accused persons exchanged words, which nearly led to fisticuffs at the court premises, but outside the courtroom.
In the case itself, the court has urged the prosecution to provide the court with more concrete evidence at the next adjourned date. The case has been adjourned to November 8th to allow police time for further investigations. Outside the court, emotions flared, nearly resulting in a fistful engagement between some family members of the deceased and a relative of one of the accused persons. This was when media personnel attempted to take pictures of the family members of one of the accused persons. This was not taken lightly by the family, who engaged the media in some exchange of words. The three persons accused, including the Tufuhene of Ekumfi Akwa, Christopher Clark Kwanzaa, Michael Darko, a self-styled pastor, and Jonathan Obin, a mason, are before the courts for the murder of Georgina Asobotri, a prospective student nurse.
Thank you for watching. For more news, please visit our website graphic.com.gh and follow us on Facebook at Daily Graphic and on Twitter and YouTube at GraphicGH. I am Enoch Dafa Frimpong.
Subscribe now.